Hi, welcome to Linden-Linthicum United Methodist Church. I'm Gail Annis-Forder, and it's my privilege to be the pastor here. A couple of weeks ago, I was out in the neighborhood and did a bit of a prayer walk and talked about how folks could pray as they thought about and saw different things. And one of our dear members said, "Can you do something like that inside the church?" So that's what we're going to do today. And so I'm standing right now outside the great room, which is our big space that we use an awful lot. And right behind me is the table where there's on Sunday morning cookies and snacks and all kinds. And this is a gathering place because of that. Obviously, none of that is what we can do now, but I'm here remembering and thinking of the people that I've conversed with and have actually met out at this spot by the table. And I think about the great room, which is behind me on both sides, which is always all set up for study and folks of all different ages learning about the Bible and about the faith and having a lot of fun with each other. And so I give thanks in these days for folks who are continuing to lead in our learning about our faith as they lead on Zoom Bible studies for children and teens and adults, and all of the folks who are making it possible for folks to be able to continue to gather as the church and to learn about our faith together. I'm standing in our nursery, a very cheerful place, and feeling sad that there are no children here. But I'm thinking a lot about families and praying for them. I know it's really difficult for parents at this time. And so I'm praying that they will have the strength and the patience that they need to do what they're doing in these days with their children. And I'm also praying for all of the leaders of children in the church who are figuring out new ways to reach out to the children and the families in this church and to help them to have what they need at this time, even as we can't enter this space together. Giving thanks to God for all the ways that God makes that happen. On the tour through the building, I'm now in the fellowship hall. This is the end of it that's kind of set up as a lounge kind of area. And the last thing that happened here was that our guests from the cold weather shelter were here in March. We were the last week of that shelter. I am so thankful that we were able to continue that ministry, to give time for grassroots to be able to find places for everyone to go and to offer that hospitality. I'm really thankful, and I give thanks to God often for the people who were willing to volunteer, even as COVID-19 was ramping up and people were really very, very frightened for many good reasons. It still looks like we left it in many ways. The puzzles and games are still here. This puzzle was almost finished as we had been working on it through the week with our guests. And so now I'm remembering the people that were our guests and praying that they are still well wherever they are, and I'm thankful for people in this time who go out of their way to help someone else. And here we are back in the sanctuary where we've taped things before. This is really the hub of what happens in this place because the worship of God is always primary. We believe that we have been given so much and blessed so much by God who loves us completely. And therefore we come and worship and then we go out to serve. And so this is that place. So as I look, I can see the pews and I think of the people who have sat there and who I've enjoyed looking at in those places, who have offered their praise from those places. And I pray that they are well wherever they are. I give thanks that they're coming to us virtually in many weeks. And I pray that the ministry of the church in this place and in so many places will not be stopped, will not be hindered, but will just be transformed into a new way of being church. Come, Lord Jesus, fill us and help us to go and to feed others. Amen.